In the last 24 hours, we can see that $20.28 million of BTC has been liquidated. I rate we change that. Let's get into the technical analysis. Bitcoin over the last weekend saw quite a grinding price action, very slow, but still saw a bit of a run up. And there was an important thing I wanted to show you guys. So this is a BTC liquidation heat map. Now what BTC tends to do is always head over to where the liquidation sits, right? And at the moment, Bitcoin's liquidation price is sitting at around 39,500. Now in the charts, we'll see what is actually happening. Let's head over there now. Now that we're in the charts, I won't be needing these anymore. As we can see, Bitcoin is still in our corrective structure that we've been tracking for the last, what is it now? About 19 days. Now, Bitcoin's been very boring the last 19 days, and the maximum move we've had is 20%. And so this is actually a very boring correction, even for Bitcoin, because 19% in 20 days is actually not that big of a move for the crypto market. We can still see we are tracking this 3-wave move down, and I don't think it is done yet. I think we have indeed bottomed in this first A wave and now should be heading up in this B wave. Remember, in Elliott Wave Theory, we always have a 5-wave move to the upside, which we already tracked, and a 3-wave move to the downside. So we are definitely now in this 3-wave correction to the downside when it comes to the Bitcoin chart. So we can see that an A wave has indeed bottomed at around the 38,500 mark, and now we are heading up in this B wave. There are two scenarios that could play out. One is that the larger degree 5th wave has indeed started and we are now going to blast off into new all-time highs. Or, which I think is more likely, we form one more low in this 4th wave, and this 4th wave will finish somewhere over here. Now, if we look at the even more microstructure, we can see that in this B wave, we should have an ABC up, right? So if we go to the 15-minute time frame, we can see this a little bit more clearly. This B wave should be coming down now in this larger degree. So we have that ABC, and this B wave should also be an ABC move. We can see that an A wave has come down here, followed by a B wave, and now I predict the C wave is indeed starting. The C wave can be quite complex, as at the moment I don't like this 5-wave count, so it's not an impulsive move. If we go even to the 5-minute time frame, we can see that minimum targets aren't being reached and price is still heading lower. So I think that this is actually also an ABC structure. So a correction in a correction in a correction, which is actually quite an annoying price action. So we can remove these counts and Bitcoin could be heading down in an A, a B, and then a C. The target for this ABC structure sits around the 0.382 to the 0.618, which is about 40,100 to about 41,150. Now, there were some interesting lines of support that I found over here on the 4-hour time frame, which is indicated by these green lines. You can see, let me actually go to the 2-hour. You can see that these green lines represent quite major support levels on the Bitcoin chart. We can see this acted as support. This acted as support. Now resistance was found here. And I do think another set of resistance is going to be found somewhere in this box because it does align with our Fibonacci ratios. So I do think support is going to be found somewhere in this 40,200 to 40,560 level, and we are then going to be heading up in this B wave. This B wave target is sitting at around 46,500 to 42,200. This white box, as you can see here. Now, trades in this region. Me personally, I went short at the top of this A wave and I'm tracking this C wave to the downside. But after that, now that that one is passed, we can see this C wave bottom is quite a good region to trade because we will be trading either the B wave up or we will be trading this larger degree fifth wave move, as this could have been a 1, 2, 3 up, 4, 5. Only time will tell, and then we could take longs at the top of wave 1 and enter again at the bottom of wave 2. So, but I do think that another low is going to be forming, as there's also quite a bit of structural support here, as we can see. So I do think a top might be forming in this B wave, and a C wave will follow. So I recommend taking longs at this bottom of the C wave if you're going to trade any position, and then track the upside, the move up, because it is a double move which we might be tracking. But otherwise, that's all for today's Bitcoin video. If you like the content, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, and to get all my personal trades and personal charts, you can join the Discord in the description. It's been MaxTradesCrypto. Cheers.